Whew. You guys, welcome back to another match reaction. Oh God, Chelsea 2, Arsenal 2, and by the tone of my voice compared to last week, yeah, I'm disappointed with that. For a lot of different reasons. They were down to 10 men for a large chunk of that game, and rightly so. That was a red card. Caicedo didn't need to go in that aggressive on Marino, and he gave a VAR a very easy decision to make. As when you catch someone's ankle like that and you don't even get the ball, it makes it hard to justify whether or not that's not a sending off. But yeah, Chelsea were down to 10, and even before that game, even before that red card, we were struggling to kind of get in the rhythm of the game. It's clear to see that Chelsea's whole game plan or whole approach, sorry, was to kind of match Arsenal's physicality, and they did that very well. They were very aggressive, especially on those second balls. We were finding it very difficult to really do much and play our existing game, if you call it that, especially with how tight Cucurella marks. It makes it hard for Saka. And ultimately the chances came far an inch in between, kind of thing. Because when I think of the game against Sunderland, that game particularly, I'll say that was 2 points dropped because we created enough chances to be like, okay, yeah, this is definitely points dropped. This game, however, it was for me, it's just the opportunities we had. It's like we didn't really finish them with conviction. There was that Martinelli chance in the first half where he plays it 1-2 with Rice, and he just kind of just pillow foots it, and it's like, come on, just get a bit more power on that, and you probably score, because Sanchez made that look a bit theatrical, and ultimately made it look like it was a harder save than it needed to be. It wasn't. It was straight at him, but yeah, apart from that, I can't really think of anything else we had. A lot of our play came down from Saka. I'm not entirely sure where Trossard was. If someone could tell me what happened to Trossard, that would be great. But yeah, Saka on that side, oh God. I'm gonna try and be polite. Because Saka's a fan favorite for within Arsenal. But today, bloody hell, man! Like, honestly, like the amount of times I know he got that assist for that lofted ball into Marino, but bloody hell, man! Every time the ball gets to him, bubbling off his shin, toe pokes, and okay, cool. Coquerez is a tough defender to kind of get change out of here, but even times when that ball goes across to his right foot, and it's just this, you're just praying, because you don't even know if this even goes into the danger zone, or it goes or it goes into the flipping stands. Like, you're not entirely sure. And like sometimes it's like he dribbles like, it's like he's on Lego. Like, that's honestly the best way to describe it. It's like, do you know when you was a kid and you're stepping on the Lego? That's what it looks like when Saka dribbles. It's like, bro, there's a bit more refinement. And I was screaming for him to come off, get Dalman on, get some directness going on in there. But then he kind of, at one point, he switched with Madueke, and Madueke was on the right side and he was on the left. And yeah, I think football has gone away from having wingers who are like having like left-footed wingers on the left side and right-footed wingers on the right side. I think the game has gone away from that. A lot of wingers now are essentially inside forwards, and they like to invert and kind of create goals from that end, and it kind of nullifies the whole nine, because strikers don't really exist if you have inverted if you have inverted wingers, because that doesn't really help the striker at all. But yeah, Madueke on that side, Martinelli on that side, like that left side, that left wing side has been an area that we haven't really addressed at all, because Trossard Trossard for me is our best option on that side because he offers us a level of security that Martinelli wouldn't really offer you, and not much with Noni either. Noni looks awkward on that left side. I'm not sure about you Arsenal fans, right? But Noni looks very, very awkward on that left side. He looks like every time he gets that ball, it just doesn't look like he's gonna do anything on that side. Saka looks slightly better only because Saka was the left back, so he's got experience playing on that side. Like, but yeah, it was lovely taking goal by Marino. But apart from that, we did absolutely nothing. Like, there was a lot of yellow cards. The ref wasn't allowing a lot, a lot of play because for the most part, there was a lot of stop and play, a lot of yellow cards. There were times I'm looking, oh, Enzo should have got here, and then Zubimendi stupidly decides to foul. Who was it? Was it Enzo halfway through in the halfway line? So the game was always going to look like this. It's always been like this with Chelsea, especially in the last couple of seasons at Stamford Bridge. I know we've won a few games there, but the games that we do play with them, it always just looks so awkward for us. And I just think we didn't really take full advantage of them not having 10 men. And I'm surprised he didn't, Enzo Maresca, I'm surprised he didn't throw the kitchen sink at this game or throw the game away like he did at Old Trafford when Sanchez got sent off and they completely just said, yeah, I'm going to throw this game away. I'm just going to completely, hang myself with this. But instead, he kind of kept it. He kept the same back four and then took off Esteval, who I think he didn't really have much of a good game. But yeah, guys, honestly, that I'm normally in these reviews I've got loads to say, but there's really not much. We didn't really, the first half, we didn't do much. Like, honestly, like I was looking at that and I was thinking, guys, like, are we gonna try and do something? I know Saka had that chance again with his right foot in the first half, but apart from that, there wasn't really much. Just had a few, and then the second half came. Yeah, actually, let's talk about the goal. Oh, I forgot Chelsea scored. Let's talk about that goal. That goal, I am not sure if Maresca was trying to smell Enzo's fragrance. He was trying to get a hug. Did he want a hug from him or something? I don't know. The ball comes in. I think it was Reece James. He crosses it in. It lofts. It's the weight of that is good, right? Because it lofts, right? It lofts onto Chalobah's head, and it just flicks it and almost just dinks over. What's his name? Raya. And then Maresca's just watching it like the ball. He's watching the ball, right? It's head high as well, and he's just watching it like this. And it's like, bro, like, know your parameters. Like, did you not see anyone at the back post? And there's none at the back post. So if that ball looks like it's lofting over you, and you're busy here grabbing up Enzo's tits, then yeah. So yeah, that was a bit annoying. I'm not entirely sure what Mosquera was doing there, and I'm not entirely sure why we needed to even give that corner away. But again, it is what it is. Player performances are back for Mosquera. Yeah, he had a decent game apart from that brain fart. Hincapié, look, I said this about Hincapié a couple of weeks ago I can't remember what game we played, but I'm not really sold on Hincapié. I think he's a bit too erratic for my liking. He had a couple good moments, but I just need a calm head when you're at the back. Like, he just looks like at any given moment he could headbutt someone, or he's got that South American grit, but for the complete wrong reasons. Like, we don't need someone that's gonna choke slam someone against the floor. We need a calm head in that, and he kind of seems to not have that. Maybe that will come with time. And I was saying, before the start of the second half, someone needed to come off in the back four. And Calafiori was the one that got sacrificed. I would have probably put Calafiori as centre back and then take off Nkapie, but Skelly came on, and look, if the referees are looking to even the game, and you're bringing on Skelly, who who at times can give you that red card moment, it's not the best. But look, Skelly didn't play well. I'm not really sure. There's one moment where the ball came to him. He had no pressure on him. It was on our own box, and he just passed it across the flank, and I wasn't sure, but yeah, Calafiori didn't really have a good game. He had a yellow card, so he had to come off. Skelly, look, I like Skelly. I think it seems like his only future in the squad is left back, and I'd like to see him a bit further up the pitch. I think that's where he does most of his good work. But yeah, Skelly didn't really have a decent game. Timber, apart from taking a millennium to take the throw-ins, there's not really much else about Timber. Just a steady Eddie. Saka, I don't think he had a great game. Gyökeres, Marino, like it was just a performance. Like, I'm disappointed the fact that we didn't take advantage of Chelsea's 10-man. But at the same time, I'm not as pissed off as I was against Sunderland, if that makes sense. I didn't think we were going to wipe the floor with Chelsea, but I definitely thought we'd have a much better attempt at trying to beat them as they did, because that ball that kind of lofted in, like, there's two centre backs in between Marino, and he just had a free header. So we didn't challenge them enough. And even when they scored, they looked like the more threatening team. It almost looked like they had the man advantage. So anyways, on to Brentford on Wednesday. So we should win that and can keep on the pressure. But is it 2 points dropped or 1 point gained? I don't know. But anyways, see you guys on Wednesday. But yeah.